All right, here's everything you need to know to get started in Google Sheets. So in order to open up a Google Sheet, you can either use the Sheets app on iOS or Droid, or you can go into Google Drive. In order to get to Google Drive, you need to have a valid Gmail account, and you can get that from Google. But in order to create a sheet from Google Drive, hit the plus sign in the lower right-hand corner, and then tap on Google Sheets. That will open up, and you can create a Google Sheet, and I'm going to call this Budget, and tap Create. And here we have a blank sheet that we can use to create our budget. Now, in Google Sheets, there are worksheets, and I can rename, duplicate, and create Google Sheets as many as I want. And I'm going to call this budget, and I'm going to click OK. I'm going to add a sheet. And I'm not going to use it today, but I'll rename it and call it actual. But the advantage too here with Google Sheets, you can move these sheets if you'd like by tapping and sliding, and you can switch them. There's also sheets here as well that you can work on to move back and forth. So let's add some title headers. Let's add the word. So in order to do that, you tap on the cell, hit the pencil, type in category and amount. And I'm going to title this budget. And we'll have some things that we can do with that category and amount. Oops. With formatting in a minute, but I'm going to do category, and I have a YouTube channel. So here's my budget for my YouTube channel. I have training, website, software. So that might be video editing software, things like that. And let's just use those three. And I'm going to make an amount, and I can tap to switch between numbers and text. I can also use the 1, 2, 3 up here to switch between text and numbers. So I'm going to put in an amount, 100 here, website 225, and I'm going to add some decimal places on this one. And then software, let's just say $400.10. Okay, now here's our first formula. The power of Google Sheets is that you can use formulas. So I'm going to type in equals sum, open parentheses. I'm going to tap on B6. I'm going to slide down, and this comma is in the way, so I'm going to get rid of that and close parentheses. Now I have a good formula to add B6 to B8. So what I want to describe here is B6 is a cell. This is column B. This is row 10. So the spreadsheet is made up of columns and rows. Now that I have a sum, the other thing that I want to show you is you can do formulas. I'll tap on enter text or formula. I'll do f of x. I'm going to do all. And then you can see all of the formulas that Google Sheets has available to you. But I'm going to tap the search button, and I'm going to type in average. And you can see I've got a few different averages. So I'm going to take the numerical average in a data set and tap on that. And it gives me the formula. Now all I have to do is select the range. Again, I'm going to do B6 to B8. I hit the green check mark, and I've got an average. So that is your first introduction into formulas and how those work. In order to use Google Sheets, you need to make your spreadsheets look pretty and look organized. One of the ways to do that is through formatting. So we're going to format row 5, and specifically this time column A or cell A5. And there's some buttons across the top. There's also some buttons across the bottom. So if you want a bold category, you can just hit the B in the lower left-hand corner. Additionally, you could center it. And if you wanted to change the color, there's a paint can there, and you could change the color by tapping. I'm going to tap off that now. And for more though, you can hit the A underline up above and you get more options. Here in the text tab, there's a cell tab and a text tab. In the text tab, you can italicize, you can underline, and you can strike through. So you have those options in Google Sheets Mobile. You also have the ability of justification, so left, center, right, and then top justification, center vertical justification, and bottom justification. Here too, you can change the size of the font by increasing it or decreasing it. You can change the text color here as well. So if I wanted a lighter gray, I could. You can change the font. You can also do text rotation. So you can tilt up, tilt down, vertically. Sometimes you want your text to go sideways. And you could clear formatting and revert back to the original by tapping clear formatting. So that is everything in the text area. I am going to bold, center, and change my color. I'm going to leave it black. And I've got 12 point, so I'm going to go up to 13 on the amount. I'm going to center and bold with the bottom set. But there's also a cell tab, and here you can fill the color. I'm going to do red. You can add borders, which I like to do for headers, and I'm just going to do the underline, but you could box them as well. You can change the border style. You can see those change up above as well. And you could change the border color if you'd want. Additionally, you could wrap text and merge cells, and you could pick a number format, which we'll do in a minute. But let me show you what wrap text does. If I say amount in dollars, check the box, it will wrap for me and make the row taller. So in order to format a number, again, hit the underline A, and go to cell, and then you can choose number format. There's options that you can pick for percent, scientific, accounting, financial, date, time, more date, time formats, and more currency formats. I'm going to choose currency and 2 decimal places. I'm going to back out a format, but I can increase my decimal places or decrease them as I'd like, and I'm going to leave that at 2 decimal places. You can also do multiple cells and format as well. And I'm going to do number format here of financial and leave the 2 decimal places. So in the plus category, tap on that. I have the ability to add a URL, to comment, to create a chart, to add an image, so I can add a photo. I can add column to the left, column to the right, row above, row below. So those are all just a matter of tapping, hitting the plus sign, and then adding a comment, let's say. And then in the upper right-hand corner, you can see that little triangle shows me that there's a comment and I can view it. In order to zoom in, use 2 fingers and spread them apart. To zoom out, you use your 2 fingers and spread them in, similar to other apps. The ellipse allows you to view comments, find and replace, create a filter, details, share and export, help, and feedback. To learn more Google Sheets, watch this video next.